Hello, everyone, and welcome to another enlightening episode of our special Dhamma Talk series. I'm Archana, and I'm glad to be here with you today as we delve into a topic that promises to bring great understanding and inner peace. Our Dhamma USA community is in for a real treat as we explore the profound concept of Ānāpānasati as an effective coping strategy guided by the wisdom of Venerable Bhante Sumitta. This special Dhamma Talk series is a remarkable platform where we invite renowned, respected venerables from around the world to share their insights and teachings. Our mission is to enrich the understanding and help us grow spiritually. Please join us every Sunday at 6 a.m. Pacific time and be with us on this journey of wisdom and self discovery. Now, let's get into today's focus. In this session, we are diving deep into the concept of Ānāpānasati, an effective coping strategy. Venerable Bhante Sumitta, with his extensive experience and profound knowledge, will guide us through the intricate aspects of this technique, showing us how it can help us navigate life's challenges with mindfulness and inner peace. Our esteemed speaker for today needs no introduction. Venerable Bhante Sumitta is the founder of Dhamma USA, is a dedicated monk with over 42 years of monastic experience. His diverse educational background includes a PhD from the University of the West and multiple master's degrees from prestigious universities. Bhante Sumitta's commitment to social welfare and spiritual care program is truly inspiring. He conducts Dhamma talks, sutta discussions, meditations, and Pali language classes supporting underprivileged families and children in Sri Lanka. His research on the philosophy of Arhant ideal as depicted in the Mahanidesa showcases his profound insights. Bhante Sumitta's contribution extend to promoting Pali studies and Buddhist art and culture through initiatives like U West Pali Society. He serves as a faculty member at Right Mindfulness Training Academy, where he imparts teachings on various aspects of Buddhism. He is involved in prison care volunteer work, community Dhamma sharing, and meditation classes at various Buddhist temples. With his engaging Dhamma talks and meditation sessions, Bhante Sumitta's impact reaches across the United States. So let's prepare ourselves for this insightful exploration of Anapansati as an effective coping strategy. It's a golden opportunity to deepen your understanding of Buddhist philosophy and embark on a transformative journey. May I please request Venerable Bhante Sumitta for his Dhamma sharing? Thank you.
නමෝ තස්සේ භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්සේ නමෝ තස්සේ භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්සේ නමෝ තස්සේ භගවතු අරහතෝ සම්මා සම්බුද්දස්සේ ඒකායනෝ අයං භික්ඛවේ මග්ගෝ සත්තානං විසුද්ධියා ශෝක පරිද්දවානං සමතික්කමාය ඥායස්ස අධිගමාය නිබ්බානස්ස සච්චිකිරියාය යදිදං සත්තාරෝ සතිපට්ඨානාති. Good morning, everyone. This morning, Sunday Dhamma Talk, we wanted to share with you a very helpful and meaningful technique for not only your final liberation spiritual path, but also for your day-to-day life. Ānāpānasati meditation is part of Satipatthana meditation for foundations of mindfulness. So, when it comes to four foundations of mindfulness, the Buddha said in Satipatthana Sutta and all in Majjhima Nikaya, and also Mahasatipatthana Sutta in Digha Nikaya, and many other suttas. Satipatthana Samyutta in Samyutta Nikaya and Kayagata Sati Sutta, Ānāpānasati Sutta, many different suttas are there to discuss about the value, the importance, and how to practice this powerful meditation technique. Ānāpānasati meditation is part of the um, uh, all the bodhisattvas. In fact, all the bodhisattvas, it is said, they start with an Ānāpānasati. We know when Prince Siddhartha, he started off very young age, and he started with Ānāpānasati. He started Ānāpānasati and attained the jhanas. And when you practice Ānāpānasati, and if you can attain jhanas, that means he is already at such a young, tender age. That means he has already practiced in his previous birth. It was much easier for him to recollect his past, previous habits, memories of jhanic experience. And afterwards, when he renounced the world, he also went deep inside the jungle, practicing under the guidance of many other spiritual masters. He wanted to find the best available spiritual masters, and he followed them. He underwent himself many different, very excruciatingly painful meditation techniques. But eventually he knew that such penances would not really help him achieve his final liberation. He thought rather he should practice middle path, and in order to go to the middle path, he started again with Ānāpānasati. So all the Buddhas, prior to their enlightenment, it is said, they practice Ānāpānasati. So the Bodhisattva, Siddhartha, Gautama, ascetic Gautama, he started off with Ānāpānasati. Ānāpānasati is a remarkable skill, remarkable tool that we all can use to practice and also to cope up with many different situations in our life. I personally feel very comfortable with Ānāpānasati every time, and in many different situations, under many different circumstances. Ānāpānasati meditation can be so helpful to you and I, every one of us. And this unique practice, Ānāpānasati, needs a straightened body. This is the key. You need to sit comfortably, and you need to straighten your back and your head, which is really important. Why? Because it helps us smoothly function our respiratory system. So we need to have straightened body. then we can see our respiratory system, including lungs and air pipe, working properly. And then we can also feel the breathing system, the breathing in and breathing out working properly. And we can feel it, we can sense it when we have a straightened body. So, compared to the meditation techniques like metta bhavana or the loving kindness meditation, which I also feel very comfortable, and one of my favorite meditation techniques is also metta meditation. So for metta meditation, you can use any of the sitting postures, any of the postures, in fact. So sitting, standing, walking, and laying down, you can use any of these techniques for metta meditation. But for Ānāpānasati, you need to sit, you need to stay still, you need to be really, really calm, very, very calm, because your breathing can be distracted if you make any movement. So you should be able to sit without any movement whatsoever in your body. Even the breath becomes very subtle when you start Ānāpānasati, and then you need to make sure that your body is calm and still, and your breath also becomes eventually calm and still, and that way your meditation can be very powerful, and you can actually go to upachara jhanas, uh, like counterpart sign, we say upachara samadhi. These are very, very close to first jhana, and Anapanasati can help us in attaining very powerful status in jhanic level. So very helpful, very effective tool in meditation for meditation practitioners. Apart from that, if you keep meditating every single day as a habit, as a matter of practice, like as a daily dose, if you practice this as a daily dose, early morning or late evening, whichever time that makes your practice comfortable, you need to sit and practice more often, and then you will be able to recognize many of the emotions that you have, and you will be able to recognize also the bodily changes that you have whenever you have mood changes, we call mood swing or mood changes in our life, like due to different circumstances in our day-to-day life. We meet a lot of people, we undergo a lot of circumstances, sadness, happiness, and excitement, fear, anger, jealousy, frustration, in all these situations, Anapanasati will be really, really effective and helpful. So I would definitely like to recommend to each and every one of you to practice Anapanasati as a very powerful coping strategy for your ups and downs in your life, because our life is so full of glorious uncertainties, and we do have to undergo vicissitudes, 8 vicissitudes, like labha, alabha, ayasa, yasa, ninda, pasansa, sukha, dukkha. We call those 8 vicissitudes. Sometimes in life we have gains and profits, and then also sometimes people appreciate us, sometimes people blame us. Many different situations can be there, happiness, sufferings, and in dealing with such situations, we have to practice Anapanasati. We have to use this as a really powerful tool to cope up with those situations. And let us practice today. Maybe we can start with a short practice, and I would like to invite you to meditate with me. I will walk you through, and later, actually, we can also discuss. We can practice more, we can discuss more, and hopefully, we can understand this meditation technique more. Let us have a real time experience of meditation, Ānāpānasati meditation, so that we can feel what I am trying to say today. All right, so let's get started. Okay, sit comfortably. Keep your right palm on the left palm, connect your two thumbs, and then place them on your lap. Straighten your back and straighten your head. Relax your shoulders. Gently and compassionately close your eyes. Now let us focus on our breath. Breathing in and breathing out. So breathing in at the beginning, breathing out at the beginning of your meditation can be little longer. Whatever happens, we just observe it. We are not going to control it. So at the beginning and at the end, we need to smoothly enter the meditation and smoothly exit the meditation. So let's observe our breath, the incoming breath and the outgoing breath. When it comes to the incoming breath, we can focus on the nostril, the entry point. The incoming breath touches the nostril before entering the body, and the outgoing breath touches the upper lip before leaving the body. So these 2 points, entry point and exit points, are the places that we focus more. Please recognize your breath. Observe your breath by relaxing your body, relaxing your eyebrows, relaxing your shoulders, and relaxing your mind. Let us observe the breath. When you observe the breath, especially when you close your eyes, you might hear different sounds, very subtle noises around. You may recognize them, identify them for a short while, which is very natural. And then you can come back to your meditation. And then when we breathe in and breathe out, we recognize whether we breathe in long or whether we breathe out long. When we breathe in long, we recognize we breathe in long. When we breathe out long, we recognize we breathe out long. Every single breath, let us try to recognize just as an observer, keeping our mindfulness in between the nostril and the upper lip. We observe every single breath. Feel the sensation when you breathe in, sensation in the nostril area. Feel the sensation in the upper lip area when you breathe out. If you breathe in long, you recognize you breathe in long. If you breathe out long, you recognize you breathe out long. If you breathe in short, you recognize you breathe in short. If you breathe out short, you recognize you breathe out short. Completely natural process. While maintaining your body posture, straighten body, straighten back and straighten head. We observe the breathing in and breathing out. Only focus on the entry point and exit point, nostril and the upper lip. You can even feel the sensation when you pay more attention. When you breathe in, the cooling sensation in the nostril area as the incoming breath carries oxygen with it to cleanse our body. And the outgoing breath carries carbon dioxide with it. So we might feel little bit of warm sensation in the upper lip area when we breathe out. No matter what happens, do not change your posture. Keep your body absolutely calm and unmoved. Okay, now please open your eyes gently and compassionately with a more positive energy towards yourself and towards everyone else. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So I hope you get some idea. You feel that moment of difference when you sincerely practice Ānāpānasati. And Ānāpānasati can be practiced in multiple ways. As a beginner, you could also practice counting method, which is a very helpful practice, like counting, ganana. So you can count your breath when you breathe in, 1, breathe out, 2, breathe in, 3, breathe out, 4, and breathe in, 5. And then do not take a break. Extend that. Continue to count. And 1 to 5 is the first set. And then we go to start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then start over. 1 to 5, and 1 to 6, and 1 to 7, 1 to 8, 1 to 9, 1 to 10. And keep counting like that. And the beauty of this counting method, especially for a beginner, is that it keeps you focused on your breath and it does not get distracted. So you have to focus on your counting and you can evaluate, you can assess your own practice. How long can you practice counting method without a mistake? If you make a mistake, you need to start over from the very beginning. So it's really on the spot assessment of your own practice. It does seem very simple, but it's not so simple. So you need to focus, especially in today's so many distractions that we have. Even the simple counting can be very difficult, very challenging for many. So even for the kids, even for the other people who work diligently and who work in multiple levels, executive level or in other busy lifestyle, people with very busy lifestyle. I highly recommend you practice this Ānāpānasati, uh, especially if you are a beginner. You can practice this counting method as a really powerful tool. So it should not be less than five, because if you are less than five, it won't really materialize. You won't be able to really uh, focus enough to the meditation, and it should not go beyond 10. And if you go beyond 10, then also your mindfulness can go away. So you need to make sure that you count exactly in this range, 1 to 5, and all the way up to 1 to 10, and then continue again and again. And at the beginning, of course, you need to do that. Eventually, you can skip that counting and go back to your own natural pace of your breath, focusing on breath. Even though you are doing counting, you still have to focus on your breath, incoming breath and outgoing breath. It's kind of synchronizing with your counting and your breathing. When you keep doing it, you will recognize I can count up to 5 without a mistake. And you can see you are improving. You can count up to 8 without a mistake. Just in case if you make a mistake, you should start over. And do not get frustrated. Maybe at the beginning it might be frustrating for you. I'm talking about the people who are beginners, not those very experienced people. They can practice, they can keep doing it. But I feel sometimes, due to different circumstances, even for an experienced practitioner, this counting method can be very helpful at the beginning. So you can practice. It's really helpful. And you can also reward yourself, appreciate yourself, and feel happy about your own practice yourself. It's on the spot assessment. You know, oh, I can practice now. I can do the counting from 1 to 10 without a mistake. That gives you a subtle morale boosting effect, a little bit of motivation from yourself. You know that you can do it. And then you continue to start over, maybe 1 round, 2 rounds, 3 rounds. If you can do it without a single mistake, you will be so happy. You can really feel that you are in a good concentration, samatha, samadhi mood. That's a good way to assess your own practice. So this Ganana or counting method in Ānāpānasati is a very, very helpful way, especially for beginners and even for the other people from different perspectives, not only Buddhist people, but also the other people. You all can practice this. So in deep dive into this meditation, it can uh, be incorporated with a lot of Buddhist teachings like Samma Ditti, right view, and many other matters related to the Dhamma. But for other people, anyone who wanted to have some experience in this beautiful meditation, they can all feel the benefit. That's why I wanted to help out many people. Those people who are suffering due to many different situations in life, If this is an effective coping strategy to work on your concentration, not to be diverted from you, whatever you do at the current moment, at the present moment. So I certainly recommend, very highly recommend you practice Ānāpānasati or contemplation on breathing in and breathing out. Keep practicing, and that will be very helpful to you. And Ānāpānasati meditation can help you go further into your lifestyle changes, your career improvement, your health improvement as well. Because if you keep practicing Ānāpānasati, some physical discomforts like breath related situations like respiratory um, problems can be actually um, gone. You can recover from difficulty in breath, like wheeze or even more serious chronic asthmatic situations. So bronchial asthma, for example, if you really seriously have that, maybe at the beginning you might even find it a little difficult. So maybe breathing through the nostril, if it is so difficult at the beginning, you might try focus on your breath through the mouth. And when you are comfortable breathing in different situations, like when you're comfortable breathing, then you can practice breathing through the nostril. And the other thing, how this can be an effective coping strategy in your different challenging lifestyles. Let us say, when you keep focusing on your breath, you can feel that the breath has so much to do with our own life. Every single moment we breathe in, every time we breathe in, that brings life to us. Every time we breathe out, it is like we are going away from life. It's a remarkable reminder to us about the birth and the death. Every single time we breathe in, we are reminded of the birth, jati. Every single time we breathe out, we are reminded of the death, marana. So we are living with it. Every single one of us are living with this death and birth circle. And when we breathe in, we live, and when we breathe out, we die. And any time of our life, this circle, we don't know, we really don't know when is the last time we stop breathing. And for the first time we breathe in our life, sometimes the doctors have to make some extensive, diligent efforts to make sure that the baby is crying, and that will help the baby. When he cries, the baby will start breathing, his lungs will start functioning, and when his lungs start functioning, when the baby starts crying, that means he is alive. So ever since we are born into this world, we start breathing, and the moment we stop breathing, that will be the end of our life. And in between, we do have long breaths, we do have short breaths. Like how the breath is so much incorporated into our life. This is our lifeline, Ānāpānasati. It is so worthy of paying attention to our Ānāpānasati, mindfulness on contemplation on breath, because that is inseparably related to our lifeline. When you breathe in and when you breathe out. And let's say an athlete, when the athlete has to generate so much energy, and your breath style can change. So your breath becomes much more, you're gasping, and they are much maybe longer later, but shorter at the beginning. When you really run faster, maybe 100 meter, these people, how they control their breath. It's a pattern that the athlete has to learn. And if you run long distance, then again you need to focus on your breath, and you need to also control. I remember recently there was an American athlete. She got the gold medal in the last Olympic. She used to say that her new coach asked her to use her um, breath, like how to go faster, and also every single breath you continue and you go a little bit faster, and that way she could run faster, and she could overcome her other opponents. And there are many athletes who are using this strategy of focusing on the breath. And even the other people who want to work on different lifestyles and different careers, they need to practice on breath. Sometimes even a person who really needs concentration, they need to practice on their breath. And walking, working, and many different occasions, you need to focus. You must have heard people saying, okay, calm down, focus on your breath. That way you see how it is an important coping strategy. Sometimes people don't even pay attention to that, but it is really important. Very recently in Hawaii, Maui Island, there was a fire, very huge, massive fire. A family had to jump into the ocean to rescue their life. And there was a brother. He used to say, we heard him going live or having recorded his, and it was actually shown later. And he told his younger brother, calm down, we'll be okay. We are going to be okay. So calm down means you focus on your breath. When you calm down, you focus on your breath, and you see your breath changes. When you panic, your breath pattern changes. And when your breath pattern changes, your brain waves also change, and brain chemistry changes. And when you have that chemistry changes, and it can change your mood, change your um, um, attitude towards life and towards others, towards yourself and towards everyone. So it's really helpful to recognize, oh, my mood is changing now. Oh, my brain chemistry is changing now. Oh, my body, I have some pains. How does it happen? When you focus on your breath, you can recognize it. You can recognize in average daily basis your breath pattern. How does it change? Early morning, you have different breath pattern, and then you get into action, you become more physically vibrant and active, and your breath pattern changes. You need to see that. You need to observe it from time to time. When you take shower, or when you drive, and when you work outside in the backyard, how your breath pattern changes. It can be very helpful actually. So you can see, when if you want to work harder, when you work more, you can see your breath pattern changes. And if you focus on that, if you, just like an athlete, if you focus on that, you can work longer and without any difficulty, without any breathing challenge, you can keep walking. And it is important for you to focus on your different styles of breath and how it coordinates with your brain chemistry, brain waves, brain patterns. And then you can see your heartbeat changes and your lungs changes and your bloodstream and your muscles and everything physically changing when you change your breath pattern. That is the truth. The origin of all the changes actually is the breath pattern. So when you recognize your breath pattern changing, you can pay attention to it. My breath pattern is changing now. When you are angry, your breath pattern changes too, right? You see your heartbeat, they are changing, and you see your entire body is shaking, and you also feel that your maybe head, you maybe your ears, or maybe some part of your brain, head is warming up because the anger is to do with fire. Tejo dhatu element. Fire element is more active when it comes to anger. And also when you are angry, you are very energetic, very highly energetic. Dopamine is more in your brain and in your body. So you can sleep when you are angry. So you can feel when you are angry how your breath pattern changes and how it coordinates with your brain and your entire body. So it is really helpful to recognize it. And when you are jealous, when you are greedy, when you are upset, when you are depressed, when you are fear, especially when you are afraid, you can also see your breath pattern change. Nowadays, starting today, I think in California, Southern California, is having a hurricane. So hurricane thing also can remind us, a lot of people panicking and stressing, and uh, fear factor comes to them, and so they fear in advance. So from yesterday or day before yesterday, when the weather people, weather forecast, they continue to watch their phone and the news and what's going to happen and what's going to happen to me. Maybe am I going to fly? So they are very stressed and they are panicking. And how do we deal with it? Just focus on your present moment. Close your eyes and listen to your own breath. Is it a natural breath now? Or I am feeling the difference in my breath pattern because of my fear factor. You can see the fear factor coming, and you can see the breath pattern changing, and you can see accordingly the brain chemistry changing too. So it's very, very helpful. Oh, my breath pattern changing and my brain chemistry changing, my body changing, my attitude swinging. So you need to come back. You keep focusing on your breath, and then you will see you eventually calm down. This is called passaddhi in Pali. You calm down. Your bodily calming sensation you can feel when you keep focusing mindfulness, attention to your breath pattern. Then you will eventually, you're not going to control it. You just observe and you see it's eventually and faster than ever that fear factor is going away, and also your breath pattern comes to normal range. That is what I wanted to share with you today, how important it is for every one of us in our life. This breath pattern, recognizing this breath pattern and focusing on that can help us in so many different ways to live a happily and balanced lifestyle. It's also very helpful in maintaining good health. When you know that your health is declining, focus on that. Focus on your breath, and you can see the breath pattern changes again. And you are afraid, you are scared, you can see the breath pattern changes. Maybe when you eat, you can feel, you can see the breath pattern changes. And when you are greedy towards the food, you can see the breath pattern changes. This is really, really helpful. And eventually you can coordinate this with your bodily sensations. So Kaya Anupassana, we call contemplation on body, mindfulness immersed in the body, and also the Vedana Anupassana, different sensations when you have in your body, you can focus on them as well. You can actually go from Ānāpānasati, start off with Ānāpānasati, and when you calm, you can go to other different mindfulness practices, foundations of mindfulness, like from Ānāpānasati to or Kayagata Sati, and then to Vedanānupassana, feeling, contemplation and feeling, different sensations. Let's say like you are meditating right now, and then you can feel that your breath is um, changing, and then you have some pain in your body, like tightness, numbness, pain, discomfort, somewhere in your body. Focus on that, observe. So from breath to that painful place, area where you have the pain, you can actually use that the breath, that incoming breath, for example, and outgoing breath. You can use it as a very effective, a very powerful healing tool to cope up with that pain. If it is really excruciating pain, unbearable pain, you can use your breath. And then you can focus on the breath, the difficult area, and then you can see that you feel calm, you can relax your muscle. That painful area is being healed. That, and eventually it can be very easier for you to meditate more longer without any discomfort. So I certainly recommend every one of you have to start with Ānāpānasati, have to practice more Ānāpānasati, and focus on that. And then you can connect them, coordinate with the other meditation techniques too, from Ānāpānasati to even Buddhanusati, or Ānāpānasati to Kayagata Sati, different sensations of the body. And you can focus on that Vedana Anupassana, feeling pain in the lower back or in your head or in your shoulders or in your knees, or especially when you sit longer, maybe lower section of your body can be more affected. So you can focus on it. It's really, really helpful. And then Chittanupassana. Chittanupassana. So this Anapanasati can also be helpful to focus more on your mindfulness, your mind, your thought. You can read your thoughts much comfortably, much easier when you are focusing on your Anapanasati, when you are calm with your breath. you can read your thoughts easier and more better. And you can read your thoughts. Oh, the anger is coming to me. The jealousy is coming to me. You can literally see them just like a gatekeeper. Mindfulness is actually compared to a gatekeeper. So the gatekeeper knows he can see the other people coming in and going out. So, similarly, the mindfulness, when you practice this breath meditation, you can see when you are calm, bodily calm, kaya passaddhi, chitta passaddhi, that calming effect is there in your body and mind. You can read your thoughts easily. Even while meditating, all kinds of thoughts can come. Anger can come too when you are meditating. How come anger? Normally it shouldn't come, but it is very natural because there is no traffic rule. There is no traffic embargo. They are free flows, free exits and free entries. So it's up to you how you navigate in your system when you keep practicing, and how you are able to skillfully manage those things. You can definitely do that if you keep practicing your Ānāpānasati. So let's say like while meditating, you hear someone opening the door, or someone coughing, or someone making like unnecessary noises and continuous distractions, disturbance, and then anger can come to you. The fire element can come to you. You can see that is happening. The thought comes to you. You can read it. Oh, the anger comes to me. So when you see that, you can feel it. You can actually work on that better. And you can really laugh at it. Oh, wow, I can see the anger comes. Right now, a fly is landing on my, and so I have to be careful to not to get angry. And so these things are actually very helpful to us to test our own practice, not to get upset, not to get panic, but actually to work on our own practice. And so when we keep meditating, we can observe our thoughts, recognize our thoughts, different kinds of thoughts, anger, jealousy, greed, many different thoughts can be there. And when you see them, when you observe them, you can actually um, focus on them, recognize them, and then it also can be connected to your breath pattern. And different thoughts can also be connected to different breath patterns. Remember, every single breath is different from each other. Although they look very pretty much like shorter or longer, but almost every single breath has a unique identity. That means they are also connected to different thoughts. Chitta. So when you have anger, your breath pattern is different. And when you have jealousy, your breath pattern is different. When you have greed, your breath pattern is different. All different. Fear, for example, also excitement, happy, jubilation, breath pattern can change. So you can see like those thoughts can also be connected to your breath pattern, and you can easily recognize, you can give an identity to those different kinds of thoughts. So this is called Chittanupassana. And then eventually you see you can switch to even more advanced practice of Dhammanupassana, like how these thoughts come to you, how the breath comes and breath goes. Breath comes, stays there for a few, for a moment and goes away. And then also the thought comes and it's there for a while and it doesn't stay forever. It goes away. And the pain, same thing with the pain. So many people actually panic. They feel upset when they have pain, but you recognize that everything is subject to change. Life is so full of glorious uncertainty. So the breath also is changing. The pain also is changing. Pain also is impermanent. And you see, if you don't panic, if you stay calm, the change happens in your pain too. Pain comes and pain goes away. You can actually see that. So that anicca, dukkha, that impermanent, and also the suffering. And also there is nothing permanent in that. Vedana is not me. Vedana is not mine. The pain is not me or mine. I, me, myself, you can say that. Even the breath, you can see if it is I, me, myself. The thought, you can say I, me, myself. So you can see that anicca, dukkha, anatta, the three characteristics, beautifully displayed, embodied, portrayed in your different kinds of meditations for mindfulness, like foundations of mindfulness. Kayanupassana, Chittanupassana, Vedananupassana, and Dhammanupassana. So keep focusing and keep practicing your Ānāpānasati. Actually, I just focus more practical sense in for us to use this as a daily, useful, meaningful coping strategy. But if we can go deep into more advanced practice that should be elaborated in different perspectives too, and there are more things to discuss about this. But for now, I would like to conclude and I would like to open this for discussion. And with that, I conclude. Hope this was helpful to you, and may you all be able to practice Ānāpānasati and use it as an effective tool, effective coping strategy to deal with many ups and downs in life. And may you be able to live peacefully, comfortably, and with good health. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Bhante. That was excellent guiding us on the steps on Anapanasati. With your permission, can we start the question answer session, Bhante? There's one question. Is there any relation between walking meditation and Anapanasati?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear now.
Right. So actually, we can do that. Some people do that, walking meditation and breath together. Just like the person who practices, the athlete, for example, when he practices, so they can also focus on their breath. They can do it. But the whole idea of walking meditation is actually not on breathing. It is on your feet, like raise, move, place, raise, move, place. That is the idea of walking meditation. And then also, like when you use from one destination to the other, you select your walking path. And when you go from one end to another, you can you can see every single movement you are walking. So you need to focus on not actually on there, but actually on the movement of your feet. And then when you go to one end, you stand, stand, stand. And when you turn, you can see like raise, turn, raise, and then forward, stand, stand, stand. And then again, raise, move, raise. You keep walking, focusing more on the walking movement. Or it should be the movement. We do have several videos on walking meditation too, into this context of it later.
Thank you so much. If anyone wants to know more about the walking meditation, maybe they can check Dhamma USA YouTube channel and you would get more um, videos on that. Thank you for that question, and thank you, Bhante, for answering it. There's one question from Wheel of Wisdom. Sometimes when I practice Ānāpānasati bhavana, I find myself happen to fall asleep even nowadays. How can I improve to not fall asleep and maintain concentration?
So when you are tired and you don't even know that you are how busy you have been in your life, so sometimes you sit for meditation. So this means you need to do some homework before going to meditate. You need to make sure that you are free and you are relaxed. You are able to meditate. You should be comfortable in your sitting. And if you feel tired, um, it is not actually ideal time for meditation. It could be a meditation too, but you can easily fall asleep. Why? Because when you're bodily and mentally calm, you want to sleep. Your body needs sleep. So I actually see it all the time happening to our audience too. Sometimes when they come to our meditation sessions, I see them. They come from far away places and driving and also working so hard. They feel tired, and then when they sit, they they go to sleep right away. So I highly recommend if you have this habit of falling asleep, what you can do is take a nap before the meditation. Maybe like take shower, or, like take a nap, like half an hour's nap. That will be very helpful, and you don't feel sleepy anymore. So in Vitaka Santana Sutta, there are different strategies also, like how we cope up with that. But I think this, if it is really, really, you feel sleepy and it becomes almost a habit of yourself. So you have to work on that. Maybe it is virtually impossible for you to sit. Maybe you can walk for a while and come back and sit. Then you might feel much better too. And then I would like to say another technique that you can use your two thumbs, and press your this one nail deep inside the other nail, and then you will feel like very painful. But that is how you can actually cope up with your sleep, or you feel pain and then you don't feel sleepy. And you also need to make a determination, aditthana, an effort, virya. I'm not going to sleep today. You have to make this. And also you read your mind, and sleep comes. Oh, the sleep is coming now. You are more alert. Use your breath, and it gives you life. You see, the breath is life all the time. Use your breath, incoming breath, give some cooling sensation and oxygen, and give some energy to yourself. And you can hopefully do it like several deep breathing practice, so that you can also like escape from the sleep. Different ways you can do, like if it is really maybe due to hunger, maybe due to bodily difficulty, challenges, like tiredness, for example. If you were studying so hard, if you were driving long distance, or if you worked at home, if you didn't have enough sleep last night, and those things can be situations where you find meditation more challenging. You feel you go to sleep easily. One more thing, if you think like when you meditate you sleep, that means it is good for you to meditate just before sleeping. That means you can peacefully sleep. So you lay down and you meditate. You contemplate on maybe bodily scan or metta, bhavana, loving kindness, and that way you can actually sleep comfortably, sleep peacefully. Sukhang supati, sukhang patibhujjati. So you can sleep comfortably, happily, peacefully, and you can wake up also comfortably, peacefully, happily. Okay, I hope this helps.
Thank you so much, Bhante. Yes, we got a message from Wheel of Wisdom that thank you for the techniques and they will try and practice the meditation. There's one more question, Bhante, from Diksha Nikam. अगर किसी को नॉर्मल सांस महसूस ही नहीं होता तो उसे क्या करना चाहिए? If we cannot recognize a regular breath, what that person should do?
If you actually have to focus on your breath, um, like normal SAS means just average breath. So even that average, whatever breath, or like if it is not even normal breath, it is okay. Like you have like shorter breath, you focus on that too, and it won't you won't be finding it easier at the beginning. It will take some time, but it's okay. Like let's say like you have wheeze, or you have asthmatic attack, then still you can focus on that without panic. If you keep focusing on the breath without panic. Do not make, do not try to change. Also, read your bodily and mentally. Everything actually changes very fast, rapidly when it comes to breath. I'm sure, like if it is a really something like breathing difficulty, um, like this meditation at that very moment will not be helpful. um, I think you need definitely medication. You need what do you call the inhaler, and that will make you calm down, and it will be easier for you to meditate then. um, but if you can try, keep trying it, like in initial stage of your breath difficulty, you can keep trying it, and you might find that you are improving. As the time goes by, you are actually improving your breath difficulty. That you can see that. I think if she is asking here about the subtle breath, like when you keep meditating and your meditation, your body and mind become so calm, and the breath becomes also very subtle, and you almost don't feel you are you're breathing. So you don't feel your breathing, and some people actually panic, and then they actually lose their concentration because they fear, they are scared. That shows you Sakkaya Ditti too. Okay, you are so much attached to your body and you feel like I'm going to die. You're scared and you lose your concentration, your meditation. You can't do that. You have to feel it. I think in that case, sometimes you can focus on the warmth and the coolness of your breath. When you breathe in the cooling sensation, so you don't feel the breath, but you feel the sensation, cooling sensation. And when you breathe out, the what do you call the warm sensation, you can feel it. You can focus on that too. That will also be very helpful. And the other thing is, this can also change. You can keep waiting, be patient, and don't panic, and stay calm, and you will be able to feel the breath. And the other thing, again, as I mentioned in the beginning, the bodily posture, it should be straight. Sometimes you feel a lot of people they think they are straight, but they are not straight. So if you change your bodily posture, your breath, you won't feel the breath too. So you need to make sure you are bodily straight. Even while meditating, you need to quickly go back to your stance, your posture. You are sitting comfortably. You're sitting straight. Not only the body, also the head. It should be aligned. It should be straight. That way your breath can be recognized. Okay?
Thank you so much, Bhante. I see one more question from Pure Care. When we do Ānāpānasati, there is a moment we cannot feel we are breathing and we feel doubt. Then we will fear and stop meditation. How we continue when it happens?
I think I just answered that question too. It happens to many people. Actually, you should be happy that when that moment comes to you, that means you are improving, you are advancing in your concentration, your practice. You are a better meditationer. You can reward yourself. Oh, now I can feel, I can concentrate. Because if you do not make any movement whatsoever, your body completely becomes calm, and then you will see that the breath also becomes calm, and then you don't feel anything. Very subtle breath is happening. So keep patient, be patient and focus on your sensation. And even if it is not almost visible, but actually you are breathing. Don't forget you are breathing. You are breathing, but you don't need so much energy when you are very calm. Like when you run, you need a lot of energy, right? So you breathe faster. But when you are bodily and mentally calm, you don't need so much energy. You just need very little energy to survive. So the breath also becomes calm and very subtle and delicate. That doesn't mean you're not breathing or you are not alive. You are alive. You are very much alive, and you are breathing. But the frequency is low, and it's a good sign of your concentration. Do not panic that time. Do not get scared. Keep meditating. And this is a very crucial juncture in your meditation, in going advanced, progressing in your meditation. You can actually feel other spiritual experiences when you keep doing it. So I certainly am very happy that if you are in that stage, you can actually go forward and don't panic again. Don't feel fear or don't stop your meditation. This is a very, very huge mistake that many people do. Okay.
Thank you so much, Bhante. There are no more questions in the chat session, Bhante. Do we have your permission to close the session? Okay. Thank you for being a part of our vibrant Dhamma USA community. Stay connected, stay engaged, and let's continue illuminating the path of understanding and compassion together. Have a wonderful time, everyone, and please take care. See you next Sunday. Thank you.
With the meditation session, the Dhamma Talk, Sunday Dhamma Talk. I hope this was helpful to you. Looking forward to seeing you again in future upcoming Dhamma talks and other practices. And may you all be well, happy, healthy. May the Noble Triple Gem bless you, help you, protect you, and guide you towards the right path. Especially those people who are, again, stressful, panicking about the upcoming hurricane here in California. May they all be well, happy, healthy, and may they feel calm and peaceful. And no matter what, you have to stay calm and peaceful. And may you and your loved ones, family, friends, relatives, teachers, elders, everyone in your community, everyone in your country, and everyone in the world be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are with the blessings of the Noble Triple Gem. May we all be able to practice the Dhamma, walk along the noble path, and be associated with wonderful Kalyana Mitra friends. May all of us and all of them, all sentient beings, including Devas, Brahmas, be able to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the absolute peace and happiness at the end of samsara. Pītiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatu antarayo sukhe digayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te අභේවාදන සීලිස නිච්ඡං වද්ධා පචායිනෝ චත්තාරෝ ධම්මා වඩ්ඩಂತಿ ආයුවන්නෝ සුඛං බලං ආයුරාෝග්‍ය සංපatti සග්ග සංපatti මේවච අතෝ නිබ්බාන සංපatti හිමිනාතේ සමිජ්ජතු.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you so much, Bhante.